try to talk as long as I can. What I want to talk to you about today is ways to bring new people in. I got involved with the society because Clay came to me to ask me to look up title information on houses they were going to have a home to. And I wasn't even a member of the society for several years after that. And then one year I heard they weren't going to do it. I called Clay and I said, why aren't you looking for information? He says, well, we're not going to do the home tour this year. Nobody wants to do it. So I went to the board meeting and I said, I'll do it. And they gave me, I think it was $200 to pay for whatever we needed. And I went outside the society, this is the important one, and chose people for my committee. Some of them became very involved. One of them was the artist that did our poster. He did the poster that has the log house door on the front of it. Did a couple others for us. And one was a friend who was very good at collecting money, and she did a great job. And all friends, and Earl Schwartz was on the committee. But by going outside the committee, it did two things. It brought new people in, and it gave the board a break because they were burned out. Every time you do something, the board doesn't have to be the committee. Assign one person on the board as the chairman and let them go to membership or outside the membership to set up a committee. And it works really well. As far as the log house, I grew up in Alki. When I was going to school down there were 8 log buildings in that area. By the time we bought the log house, there were 3 left. The homestead, our log house, and the house at CD Hall on 59th and Carroll. When I heard that the log house we had was going to be sold, I said, we have got to stop this. And the current owner did not want it to be torn down. The builder made him an offer. He said, no, I don't want it to be torn down. The builder said, well, we'll put it on a barge and take it to Vashon Island. And we said, no, that's not the idea. So the owner lowered the price for us, agreed to hold it for a year, give us time to get the money, and was in favor of what we were doing. And it just happened to coincide with the Metro mitigation money that the city was offering, was Seattle that offered us $500,000, put to a vote by the community. We campaigned so hard, I can't begin to tell you. First place was Green Space, which is the space along Jacobs Hole, was purchased for $200,000. We came in second place by 10 votes out of 90,000 plus. Third place was Alki Playground at Alki School. So we had the opportunity to get the full purchase price, which was $190,000. The appraiser that the city sent out to appraise the building used that little tiny building house across the street from the front of the museum, which is on a very small lot, small house, as the comp to figure out the price. And he came back and said it was only worth $170,000. So we heard that King County Council had some money they would give to a project like this. So Carol and I went out and spoke to their meeting. Carol did most of the speaking. And they said, well, we have $20,000, but we don't want to give it all to you. If you can go out in 3 weeks and come up with $5,000, we will give you the other 15. 3 days later, we had and all the way home from that meeting, I was driving. Carol was with me, and about every 5 miles she goes, yes! We worked very hard. Arlene and I gave so many speeches to every community group in West Seattle and beyond, and collected money, some large checks from individuals. Most of it was just small checks from small groups. I gave that speech so many times I could do it in my sleep. But it worked out in the end, and by the time we opened our doors, we had $750,000 into the building, and it was paid.